Hello class, this is Mr. Cooper here. We're going over Module 2, Lesson 29. We're going to hit that problem set right now. So let's get to it. So let's look at problem number 1. It says, Lamar has 1,354 and 5/10 kilograms of potatoes to deliver equally to 18 stores. 12 of the stores are in the Bronx. How many kilograms of potatoes will be delivered to stores in the Bronx? So this is the model that we're going to start with, okay? So here our model shows us how many potatoes did we have all together? Well, we had, let's see, 1,354 and 5/10. We got that from right there. And then we have to talk about them being shared equally between 18 stores, right? That's where that 18 came from. Now, 12 of the stores are in the Bronx. And it's asking us how many kilograms of potatoes will be delivered to stores in the Bronx. Okay, so go ahead and copy this chart down, this tape diagram, and see if you can use this tape diagram to figure out the answer. I'm going to pause the video, and when I unpause it, I'll have the answers pop up. Go ahead and try to do this by yourself, and I'll have the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you should have gotten the answer. 903 kilograms of potatoes will be delivered to the Bronx. So how did we figure that out? Well, remember we said 18 units, right? There's 18 stores. We got 1,354 and 5/10. That's the total kilograms. So we set that up. So we know that 18 units is equal to 1,354 kilograms. So what we got to do is figure out how much 1 unit is. Well, we do that over here by dividing this number by 18, and that's going to give us the 75 and 25 hundredths. But now we know how much 1 unit is. That's how much each one of these is, 75 and 25 hundredths. Then we got to times that by 12 over here, and that's going to give us this number right there. Okay, so our answer is 903 kilograms of potatoes will be delivered to the Bronx. Kiss your brain if you got that right. So here we got the next answer, or next question. Let's read it together. Valerie uses 12 fluid ounces of detergent each week for her laundry. If there are 75 fluid ounces of detergent in the bottle, in how many weeks will she need to buy a new bottle of detergent? Explain how you know. So here's a tape diagram to show what we're doing, but this is pretty straightforward if you think about it. The tape diagram, we might not even really need it to solve, but we can think about it this way. There's 75 fluid ounces, 75 fluid ounces all together, right? And it says that she uses 12 fluid ounces every week. So how many weeks will she, weeks will she need to buy a new bottle of detergent, right? So we got to ask ourselves, how many times will 12 fit into 75? And there's one type of operation that we should do to solve this. So I'll go ahead and pause the video, and I'll give you a couple minutes to try this by yourself, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So your answer should be something like, Valerie will need to buy a new bottle of detergent after 6 weeks. She will have a little left over after 6 weeks, but not enough to do all of her laundry in the 7th week. So why 6 weeks is not enough? Right here we have the answer. So we did 75. That was the 75 fluid ounces. Let me highlight that. Divided by 12, which I got that from right here. And then it gave me the answer 620, or 6 and 25 hundredths. Now that 25 hundredths is less than 1 bottle, right? It's like a quarter of a bottle. So she wouldn't have enough to finish her laundry into a 7th week, right? So that's why the answer is 6 weeks, right? Now, if you'd said 6 and 25 weeks, that might be fine, acceptable, right? If you gave this as your answer, I might accept that. If you got that right, kiss your brain. If you got it wrong, pause the video and then look at the answer and then see if you can figure out what you did wrong. And we're going to go ahead and move on. So number 3 says, the area of a rectangle is 56 and 96 hundredths meters, squared meters. If the length is 16 meters, what is the perimeter? Now remember, when we're talking about a area, right? Let's say that we have, it's told us it's a rectangle, so we have the area. The area is going to be equal to the length times the width, right? So if we have the area is already told to us, so our area is 56.96 meters squared. And the length is, right here, we can change that to 16 meters. Right, so I kind of have to work backwards. I know that area is equal this times this. I'm going to have to use my fact families. Right? And what do I mean by fact families? Well, if 16 times W equals 56.96 and W times 16 equals 56.96, that means that 56.96 divided by 16 will equal W, and 56.96 divided by W will equal 16. This is my fact family, remember these? Now, there's only one in here that's actually going to help me right now, though. I want to solve for the unknown variable, the W, so this one right here is the one that I want to use. The 56.96 divided by 16 equals W. So I'll let you go ahead and try to solve that one by yourself. And I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So I got the answer 3 and 56 hundredths. So that's going to go right there. Okay. However, remember, we're not done, because what the answer is, what the question is looking for is the perimeter, right? So we use what we know about area to find out what this length is, this width is, right? But remember, perimeter is not the width times the length. Perimeter is how long it goes around the outside. Okay. Now, I'll give you a clue. Rectangles. If it's a rectangle, it means that the opposite sides are the same length. That's all the clue I'm going to give you. I want you to go ahead and try to do the rest of this by yourself. Find the perimeter, and I'll have the answer pop up in 3, 2, 1. So I got the answer. The perimeter is 39.12 meters. So the way I did that right here, I knew that this side and this side were the same length, so I did 3.56 times 2, plus I knew 16, and this side would be the same as 16, so I did 16 times 2. And then I simplified that. This gave me 7 and 12 hundredths. This gave me 32. I added those together. Another way that you might have done that is you might have been able to do 16 plus 16 plus 3.56 plus 3.56. And if you do that math right, that would get you the same answer right here. Okay, so if you didn't, let me center this up. If you didn't get it right, look at the work and see if you can explain where you went wrong. And if you did get it right, kiss your brain. And let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so we have a city block is 3 times as long as it is wide. If the distance around the block is 0 and 48 hundredths kilometers, what is the area of the block in square meters? So I started the tape diagram for you. Go ahead and pause this video and copy this down. And resume the video and we'll talk about that. So I'll let you pause this video in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now that we've got this copied down just the way I did it here, let's look at some of these parts. Where'd I get this 480 from? Well, I got it from right there, but it says right here, it says 0.48 kilometers, and this one says 480. What's going on? Pause the video and think about why doing that. I'll give you the clue. The answer is somewhere in the question itself. So let's look right here where it says, what is the area of the block in square meters, right? Our answer is going to be in meters, not kilometers. So the way I change that, right, kilometers to meters, I times by 1,000, right? And that's going to move that decimal over, beep, 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 3 spaces because 3 zeros. It's going to give me 480. Now let's look at this part. It says a city block is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I started off with my length being 3 blocks and my width being 1 block. Right? And so why did I do 3 here and 1 here? Well, I know that I don't know how long it is, but I know that the length is 3 times how wide it is. And I know that a city block is a square or a rectangle in shape, and this one is going to be a rectangle. So I know that it's going to have 1, 2 lengths, and it's going to have 1, 2 widths, right? So right here, you don't need to draw that. I'm going to erase that real quick. I'm just drawing a picture. So that's the reason why we have another half of what we have right here doubled, but we don't know how much it is altogether, right? So what do I do? Well, I know that 3 times 2 is going to give me 6, and 1 times 2 is going to be 2. So that's going to give me 6 plus 2 equals 8. 8 what? 8 units, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I need to find out how much each unit is worth, right? So I set that up like this. 8 units equals what? 480. And how did I figure that? Well, 8 of these all together, all of these together is going to be 480. What I want to do is find out how much 1 is. Right? So remember, when we get rid of unit form, we divide by this number on both sides. Right? So what's 480 divided by 8? Well, I know that 8 goes into 48 6 times. And that gives me a 0 left over. So now I know that 1 unit equals 60. Okay? So now I know how much 1 unit is. It's 60. Now I have to remember that area, it's asking me area, right? The area is equal to the length times the width. Right? So I know how much each one of these blocks is. I know that whatever the length is, it's 3 of these, right? And I know how much each one of these is. It's 60. So I could think of that a couple different ways. I know that this is 60, this is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. Right? So this length, this one side, is 60 times 3. What is 60 times 3? 60 times 3. Well, I know that 6 times 3 is 18. Right? And then so I add that 0 back on, and it gives me 180. Right? So my length right there, my length is 180 times, what's my width? Well, there's only 1 unit and it's 60. So I got 180 times 60. So my area is equal to 180 times 60. So there's a bunch of different methods that we could use to solve this. Right, in this unit, we've figured out a lot of different ways for you to solve this answer. I'm going to pause the video. I want you to see if you can figure this out, and we'll look at a couple different ways to do this. And I'll have the answer pop up in 3, 2, 1. So here I have my answer. And remember, we had 180 times 60, so I pull off those zeros, and I can do 18 times 6. And that's going to give me 108, and I can add those zeros back on, and that would give me 10,800, right? Or I could do it this way over here, where I do the 18 times 6 times the 100. It's the same thing, I'm just writing it a different way, which gives me 108, which is what I had right here, times basically adding 2 zeros, 10,800. All right, so the answer is going to be the area of the block is 10,800 square meters. Kiss your brain if you got that one right. Excellent work. Excellent work. So at this time, if you're all done, go ahead and do whatever Mr. Cooper has for you up on the board. Do not get started on that exit ticket. We're going to do it together at the end of the class. Did a great job, and I look forward to seeing you next time.